Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan with Excel Help Now. Today I'm going to be going over how to create the speedometer gauge in Excel. This is the end product we're going to be working towards, a really cool looking speedometer that is updated with just a single cell. So we start at 0, for example, and we can just move up the spectrum, type in whatever value you want. A really cool, really simple way to show progress. If you go through this video and really like how it looks, but don't want to actually create the graph yourself, I do have a link in the description to my Etsy page, Excel Help Now, where I have this specific template available for 99 cents, along with a lot of other useful templates and dashboards. So definitely check out that Etsy page, Excel Help Now. Otherwise, if you just want to learn how to create this yourself for free here on YouTube, then this is the video for you. We'll get started with a blank worksheet here. And so we have 3 charts that we're creating. So we're going to need 3 different data tables. Go ahead and just create those real quickly here. So bullet risk, these are the categories of that inner donut chart, nearing goal and at goal, and then in total. And then the increments of those colors. Okay, so this can be user preference as far as the categories go. Since it is a variable that we can change, an input variable, I like to change the color just so it stands out to this blue. 00255 or hex 0000FF. I think that's just a really good practice for any Excel worksheet is to differentiate between output cells and input cells. And I like to use that blue for my input cells. So that's the first table. And the second one is going to be our increments. This is that outer ring. It goes from 0 to 100. And then the final table we need is our needle pointer. Thickness here, this is how thick the pointer, keep that at 1, and then our total, which is going to be the sum of our goal categories, including the total, minus the sum of the pointer and the thickness. Box around those. All right, so that pointer is like the main input value, so obviously we'll make that blue. We can even bold it, center it, put a box around it, just highlight that this is the main driver of the speedometer gauge. Okay, so we have our data that we need. Now let's get into actually creating the charts. So highlight this first area, go to data, go to insert, charts, all charts, go down to the pie area, and then the far right of the pie section is the donut. So click OK. Let's blow that up quite a bit. Okay, so there's our first chart. So select it, and then go over here to our series options, angle of first slice, make that 270 degrees, and then just tab over to lock that in. And that rotates it so our x-axis is flat, starting at 0. Anything below it is this big 100 value here. We'll go ahead and fill options and remove that essentially by making it white so it disappears. Nice. So we have 3 charts. They're all going to be embedded together. So it's best to get all of your formatting done as you go instead of trying to do it all at the end. So we'll completely finish this donut chart format, and then we'll move on to the next donut, and then we'll add on our pie chart at the end. So I'm going to use the exact same formatting you saw on the previous sheet. So red and orange, these are all in the main standard color spectrum here, a light blue, and then this green. We don't need this legend at the bottom. We really don't need a chart title at this point either. You can add one, whatever you're trying to showcase, but for this purpose, we don't need it. And then let's go ahead and highlight it again. We'll do the add button here, and we'll do a data labels, more options, and then you go over here to label options, and we are going to do category name, get rid of the value, get rid of the show leader lines, and we'll bold those and bring those underneath the chart area, because around it at the top is going to be our Next chart, get rid of the total guy that comes down. Okay, so that is this inner ring. Now we're going to do the outer ring. So to do that, go ahead and select data. We'll add a series, and you can call this whatever you want, but we'll call it scale. And the series values, grab all the 10s and the 100. Okay, click OK. So it's the same thing. It went ahead and rotated it 270 degrees for us, but we need to get rid of this bottom dark blue slice, highlight that, and make it white. And so the outer ring, for that color scale, we'll just start with the first part of it and double click it to select it. And I'm just going to go from this white background, darker 5%, down here to this black text 1, lighter 5%, just moving along the spectrum. I think it does a really good job of showing a nice steady gradient and looks really nice when it's incorporated into the speedometer. So let's just go through that here, moving down the speedometer. Okay, so we have our color now. Let's go ahead and select it again, do the plus sign, data labels, more options, and then go over here to your label options, drop that down. And we're going to do value from cells. So it brings up this dialog box, and go ahead and select the scale area here, including the 100, and click OK, get rid of the value, get rid of the show leader lines. Go ahead and highlight all those, bold them, and then we will actually put these in between this white area, just so it actually is showcasing the 70 area, the 80 area correctly whenever the pointer's pointing to where we're at on the spectrum. So don't have it in the center, have it on the starting edges. Do that. Oop. Done an explosion. Just got. So these are a little bit involved as far as creating them and a lot of steps. So just you may have to watch this video a couple times. I mean, you may make mistakes like I just did there, where I accidentally moved the donut. That happens. There's ways to correct it. All right, so we have our 0 to 100. Now we just need our final chart. So we'll go ahead and select data, and we'll add our final series. We can call this our needle. And then select our area, the pointer, the thickness, and the total. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have another donut chart. We don't want that. So go ahead and select that donut. Go to the change chart type and throw that on the secondary axis and make it a pie chart. Click OK. All right, that's what we want. So click our little pointer area here, the needle. We can select it. And then color, let's make that like a dark red. Decrease the width of it to 0.5 so it has less white around it. It'll make it stand out more. And then go over to series option and make that pie explosion 5%. So you can see it now, it extends beyond the chart area, and that'll just make the pointer on the speedometer stand out and really point to where it's actually at. And then with this chart, the same thing. We need to rotate it 270 degrees, tap it to lock that in. All right, our needle's good. So we have these two other areas that we need to do what we've done before is we don't want them. So we'll just make them white. And this, we need to actually update the transparency as well. So make that 100%. One last update here, make that white, 100%. Okay, I think we have a speedometer. And let's just test it out. So it's at 88, that looks like 88. Over to 12, 40, 100. Okay, so you have just created a speedometer gauge in Excel. You can add a title, you can add a text box with the value brought in there to create the value as well. So you just go insert, text box, draw that, and have it reference our cell C23, the pointer value. So bring that in and that'll update automatically. Format it however you see fit. So there you have it. And yeah, like I said, this is a little bit involved as you saw, but I think once you get the hang of it, you can tweak it however you see. And so that's the speedometer. Here's the color codes if you didn't grab them, just outline of everything there. Again, this was Excel Help Now. I have a link in the description to the Etsy page if you want to see some other videos. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.